Hello everyone. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. That's getting really loud in my head there. Hello and welcome to tonight's live stream. Hello everyone. Oh, that's me. I hear myself in the thing. That's weird. Anyway, thank you for joining us tonight for our live stream. Tonight we are doing a continuation of our live stream series of recreating Super Smash TV. In a moment we'll go through the progress we've made so far, but I just want to go through a bit through housekeeping things and let people aware of some stuff. First of all, private tuitions. If you want any kind of support one-to-one wise, this is something I've been offering in private in the past, but now it's more public. So if you want more information about how to get one-to-one tuitions, go to my website ryanlady.com/blog. And you'll find a blog post detailing how it all works, how much it costs, and so forth. So if you're interested, all the slots are obviously gone for September, and October is quickly filling up. So you want to get in there quick if you want to get one session in October. Next up, we've also got the Game Jam. So coming up in October half term, which is like end of October. For me, that's our 3rd year anniversary of the channel. On that channel, then, you'll be doing a game jam, our first ever game jam. And it'll be revealed on the 24th, I think it is, the very start of it, what you have to make. There are some things I'm putting in place to help it make it easier for people who are beginners to Unreal, try and make it as inclusive as possible, so those who are just starting, experienced, whatever it may be, hopefully everyone can get involved in it and start making some fun stuff. So check that out and sign up over onto the itch page. Go to itch.io and search for Ryan Ailey Games, and you can find the Ryan Ailey Games Jam. So sign up, register it so you can get all news, updates and announcements. The theme will be announced live on my regular live stream on a Saturday, so check it out live to get ahead of the ball. Other than that, let's get started. I do have chat open on the window here, so if you do have questions as we do this, just let me know and we'll get round. Okay. So Unknown's asking, how do I use my creator code? Wow, I think you're the first one to ever actually use it. I'm not too sure how it works. I think you can go in for like when you go to buy something, you can insert a creator code on the Epic Game Store. I'm not entirely sure it works. I haven't really invested much time in it. Okay, so let's have a look at where we are at with our Super Smash TV. So we've got the menu. This is the menu. We need to turn off control of the player here, so the player can't move around or do anything. But we can upgrade our laser cannon. So build a laser cannon there. Hit play. And do the first round. Kill some dudes. I didn't pick up any money, damn it. Do it again. Again, I've got to actually make sure I actually pick up the money. Such an idiot. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I can't upgrade yet. So we managed to do this last time, where you can upgrade the things as well. Okay, so I can click on Laser Cannon 1 and build it again on top of there. And I've now got... Oh, I should be able to do that. Let's see if I can figure that bug first of all. I can keep building on top of it. Why is that? So we've got a few things to fix first. But we've got 2 enemy types. We've got 1 tower type. Yeah, the towers are new to our version of this game. I can add on to it regardless. Did I change the cost of this? I think I changed the cost of it. I must have done, but not changed it on the text. Ships building. Yeah, I changed the cost of it. That's why. So yeah, 100 was the, yeah. That's why it was doing that. Yeah, so we have upgrade cost and we have the actual cost of it based on the UI. Man, I can't remember. So look what we've done. Yeah, so when I click on this, it upgrades it. Okay, cool. Okay. Okie dokie. So let's turn off the player characters walking about malarkey whilst they're in the menu. So try to remember how I did set up the menu here. Smash TV game mode, event graph. Let's just make that over there. Okay, so end wave, start combat, spawn enemies, pick up money, begin play, create build menu widgets. Yep. Set input mode, show cursor. Okay, so set input mode to game and UI. I want to change that to just UI, I think. Let's see what it does. I'll put that just in there. Set input mode to just UI. But I know why that wouldn't work, because that's why, because we couldn't click on the nodes, could we? That's why. So I just need to turn off the controls for the player character. Okay, so I need to turn off the player controller. Okay. Disable input. And that'll go in there. And we'll get player character as the target for this. And that should hopefully stop the player character from doing stuff. Yep, we just got to turn off the mouse stuff, because the mouse isn't determined as input. Yep, and then hit play. Need to re-enable the mode. Okay, so start combat. We've got set input mode. Got all that there. So we'll do enable input. and the target for that will be get player character. So enable and disable input, enable and disable the actual inputs you get from devices as determined by input action events. Now the reason why the character still spins is in here. We've got that assigned to tick. Okay, so tick is obviously not an input, it's going to continue running, so we need to change that so it doesn't do that. So let's say enabled, if I type in input, need to check whether or not we have input. I don't know if we have a node for that. I don't know if we do. Well, what we could do instead, okay, so what we'll do instead is we'll get we'll do it manually. So what I'm going to do in here is add a custom event in here. Enable player. Oh wait, I know what I can maybe do. If I delete that, is rather than enable and disable input, could we just auto activate this or change the activation of this? No, okay. We'll just do custom event. Custom event. Player enabled. Enable input. Get player controller. Hello, Netherways. Okay, so there must be a better way of doing it than doing what I'm about to do. Must be a way to determine whether this thing has input from the controller. Right, let's look up Google. U4. Determine if actor has inputs enabled. Oh, my Chrome's crashed. Oh, no, it hasn't. Yeah, no, everyone else is having the same problem. Reddit and... Okay, Netherways, hang on. There'll be... I think Netherways, that's an issue of Restream being a bit lackluster in its settings. Let me have a look if I can fix that. Update titles. Can I change anything in there? Oh, this website's crap. Yeah, I think it's an issue with Restream being just crap. I need to work out a better way. I'll set up Twitch better next time. Thanks, Neverways. I'll look into it. Anyway, let's go back to this. Okay, we'll do it this stupid way we're doing it. Although I can't believe this thing does not have this ability to do that. Anyway, custom event. Disable. Oh, disable player. Let's do player disabled. Disable inputs. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing two separate events here is we're also going to have a boolean on here. Yeah, we'll call it is enabled, and we'll set that to true there, and set that to false there. Then on the tick here, we'll do a simple check what it is as a condition for branch, and only do the rest if it's actually enabled. Okay, so then on my game mode, what I'm going to do here is, rather than do this disable input here, we'll get player character, cast to third person character, and from there we'll do enable disable player disabled, and we'll copy this, and I'll just do it here, cast to third person character, and call this enabled. So all the previous episodes of this one are available on the channel. If you want to search for them, you can see how we got to where we are currently. Okay. So I can't spin anymore. We go like that, hit play, and away we go. Okay. Unknown, you want to use aim offsets to handle that. I've got a video about aim offsets. You can do that. Okie dokie. Right, so that's the first thing. The next thing I want to do is I want to make it so that my... Oh, hang on. Play it again. I want to make it so that my enemies will go to this tower as it's the closest one and attack the tower. So the tower can be destroyed. So at the moment, they'll just run towards me. So what we need to do is go to our AI code and go to our find player location. Okay, so we've got find player location, we've got that. We also want to do the find location of the nearest tower. So we put in a target of the player and the tower. So what I'm going to do here is get all actors of class, choose tower, no, what do I call it, building, and we're going to what would be the best way of doing this? Cast to, no, can't cast to, for each, and it gives us building object reference, and we want to get the closest building. Okay, or what we can actually do instead is Now we'll just do this. We'll get the closest building. So get building, get all the buildings that are in the map. So there's only a maximum of 4 anyway. And then from here, get location. Oh. And we want to distance vector. And this one will be the get pawn location of the controlled pawn. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a function out of this. So collapse the function and find nearest building. Okay. And we'll put an input on this and put this as the pawn. And that'll be one of these, pawn object. So I can feed that into it. Okay, then in here, I can just get pawn and get actor location. Okay, so I get that distance, and then we're going to check that against the nearest distance we've got so far. So go to local variable here, go nearest distance, and change it to float. And we'll say, and we'll correspond also nearest actor, and that'll be a building type. And then we want to compare that whether it is if nearest distance here is if this so if I set nearest distance here to say like 1,000, if this is less than or equal to, let's say do less than, it's just less than this distance here, put into a branch. And then, if that is true, I'm going to set the nearest distance to this. Okay, so it's only going to change the nearest distance value if it's found a new nearest distance. And when it does that, we're also going to set the nearest actor to this. And it will do the loop for all the buildings that are in the map. Then at the end here, we'll do a return node. And we're going to drag in the nearest actor. Ooh. You're not going to let me do it? Okay, fine. Nearest distance, no. Okay, we'll do it manually. Nearest building. And that'll be building object reference. And that'll be that one. Add another one, and this will be the distance itself. Should be a float. So when I go back to my event graph, I've got these two outputs, and I want to compare that now against the player's distance. So we're going to get the player's distance, which is here, and we're going to go get distance. No, sorry. Just type in distance. Move that aside for a second. And we'll get actor location of the pawn. Plug that in there. So then if the nearest building is less than distance to the player, it's closer, we can tell it to set the blackboard value to the nearest building, get location. Okay. Otherwise, if it's false, we'll be using the player's location. Okay. Oh, key. Need that as well. Okay. So now they should go to the nearest building. Yeah. So that one there on the left is started going to the building there. So we said the player. Okay, going to get in there. Unknown. Oh, hello. Find new property, newest building. Find player location. Yeah, let me let my cat out. He's screaming at me. Hang on. Wait, come on. Hold a minute. Okay. Right, let's have a look at that error again. Find player location. Set blackboard vector as value. Value as vector. Distance of that is less than distance of the player character. That should be okay because this building should exist. Oh wait, unless there's no building at all. Correct? I don't know. Doing it simple is valid then. Okay, and we'll put that. Actually, we'll do. The other is valid. Oh, hello. Okay, and we're doing and. Is valid and has a smaller distance than the player. That should clear all those errors. Trust it to spawn 2 miners. Right, again. Okay, he's gone straight to the building. How do we know? Well, I'll let you guys help decide this. At the moment, the issue you'd have is that the player will never get attacked by them. Should we just make the towers not be targetable by the enemy? Because the issue is, from a game design point of view, if the enemies are coming in from all 4 directions and you've got all 4 buildings up, that means none of them will ever actually attack the player. Unless they destroy a building. So maybe do you think it'd be better if we make the enemies ignore the towers, just always go for the player, and the towers have like just not be as powerful as we need them to be, or something like that? What do you think? Let us know in chat what you think we should do for the game design point of view in that regard. So the towers are there to like help you. What do we think? Yeah, the visual doesn't have any towers in it, so that's one of the things we added to it. But we can add a tower to it, and that's fine. But should we say they ignore the player. They ignore the towers, go straight for the player. And I mean, we can just make them weak so that they don't manage to kill all the enemies. It doesn't help that. Hang on, let me just change the game speed here. Hang on. So I've done 10 seconds. So if I change that to 60, so a round is a minute long now. So let's build a tower, push play. Okay. So these guys will go straight to the tower. And these guys are not. What's these guys doing? Are they stuck on each other? I think they might be stuck on each other. These are mines, by the way. So when they're green, they're safe. You can shoot them out. I wonder if they're getting stuck on themselves. Looks like they are. That's annoying. Let's go into enemy. And let's change their collision here. Oh no, I've told them to overlap enemies. Oh wait, object type here, enemy. Hopefully that fixes that problem. What happened there? Oh, I think they're falling through the floor. Hang on. Right, so enemy, they overlap other enemies, but we want them to not fall through the floor. We have to go to the floor settings. And tell it to block all. And set these, this. Oh, I have to do one at a time. God. Alright, static mesh actor. That's brush. Why are they going straight through? Right, let's convert these 10 to convert to static mesh. This is all very lazy. We will eventually replace these with actual models. For now, let's just get it working. Okay. Default block all. Block all. Block all. And block all. Okay. They're still falling through. What? Oh wait, does this thing? Have they also generated their collision maps on this? No, for God's sake. So if your thing doesn't have the collision on it, you just go to collision and add box or any kind of shape you want. So you see the green outline now. So that's that one. I have to do them all. Hang on. Again, not a problem if I modelled it myself. Okay. Right, let's see. Actually stay on the ground. What the hell is going on? Set to still overlap enemies. Why? I said block all. Block all. Save. Right, I'm just going to replace that with just that one there. Line this up. Okay. Right, so now we've just got one block, and that should now block them. Collision problems, eh? Hello everyone. Oh, are they still falling through? What is going wrong with these things? Oh. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah. Because I copied the one that I changed. I set it all to default. The problem was I made the change in the actual class, but not on the instances. Because I changed instances before I changed the class. Because I'm stupid. Okay, now it should work. There we go. I just need to tell this thing too, also. Custom. Oh, cool. Okay. Okay. So they're not falling through the floor anymore. But this guy on the end here. Why are these guys not going anywhere? Let me take out the code we did with the AI. So I'm just going to disconnect this, and we'll disconnect that. And location BB. And that'll be... Oh, that's why, because I was doing... Oh, yeah, I know why. Undo. I was getting active location of the controlled pawn plugged into there, which is not correct. It's this one I want plugged into there. It's finding itself. I don't want to do that. Okay. Silly mistakes. Okay, let's try that. Let's see them all come out. That's working so far. Well, hi Reiner. Hey MTI. If you want, you can ask a question. Hopefully, I can see it and answer it if we can. What I focus on Wednesdays is question time, so I can't answer it now. Come back on Wednesday. But by all means, chuck it in chat. I'll see what I can do. Okay, so right, so we got the enemies spawning and chasing the tower. But let's make them so now damage the tower and damage the player, because at the moment they don't really damage the player just gets knocked by them. Wait, I don't to test it, you know they don't. So let's make the enemies hurt you now. So what we're going to do is make it so when they collide with you, they do damage. So let's do a simple line trace out, I think. Okay. So we're going to do a custom event. deal damage. And on deal damage, we're going to do a line trace out. Or we'll do a sphere trace, actually. Sphere trace by channel. And the start point will be the actor location. So get actor location. The end point is going to be the get actor forward vector. Multiply that by, I don't know, 200. Then add that onto here to set the offset. Oh, hello. And put that into end. Radius of this we'll do as 25. Draw debug we'll do for duration. And what we'll do is we'll deal damage, we'll do a sphere trace, and if we hit something, let's split that. We'll hit something, we're gonna deal damage to whatever we hit. So and we'll change the trace channel to, actually might be better by object by than channel. Hang on, sphere trace by object. Yeah, we'll do object instead. So the difference with this one is that it uses object types rather than channel trace channels. So if I drag out from here and do make, I want it to affect the player, and also I want it to affect buildings. Now the buildings don't have their own object type at the moment, so let's create one. So if I go to buildings, this is just a simple class. It doesn't do anything. It's not a special type or anything. Okay, so this thing here is just a simple world dynamic. So rather than do a world dynamic, we're going to make a custom one. So we're going to go to project settings. And we'll go object channel. And we'll go new object channel. We'll call it building. By default response is block. And we'll close that. To the what were we doing it on? The AI, wasn't it? I just realised as well this needs, no, that's fine, we can use it on here. So deal damage, we'll do make array, choose player, add pin, and choose building. It compile, so now only affect buildings and players, so ignore enemies and other stuff. Then if we hit something, so split struck pin, we're going to deal damage to it. So out hit actor, type in damage, and we'll set get can be damaged. Put in a branch, and then if it can be damaged, we'll just apply damage. Base damage we'll do is, we'll set a variable actually here. So we go damage and do float and plug that into there. And we'll set a default for this to be, I don't know, 10, whatever. Okay, so that deals damage. So this is on a custom event. So the reason why is I'm going to set a timer up on begin play. So he does a like a sword swing every so often, or shoots a bullet every so often. In this case, it's just gonna be like a sword swing when it's nearby, like a punch. So in here, we'll do set timer by event. Event is still damage. Time we'll do every 2 seconds. Looping, and hit compile. So now we should see these sphere traces coming off all the enemies. Nothing will be killed yet. Like no one can damage the building or player yet, because I haven't put that code in there. But we should hopefully see. Oh wait, did I not put a debug on this one? Yeah, draw debug. For duration. What's this? But hit result, hit actor. Oh, that's if we had anything. So we'll put a block in there. There you go, hidden block. No, use this return value instead. True. Right, now do it. So hopefully we should see now the sphere traces coming out of the enemies every 2 seconds. There you go, there's one. You don't see it in this top one because he's a minor. So it's only the basic ones that are dealing damage. Okay. So if it goes green, it means it hit something, i.e. me or the tower. Okay. So let's now deal damage to the player and the towers. It'd be best to ask me questions on Wednesday because that's when we dedicate time to it. Rhino, depends on what you're doing with the hit reaction. The hit reaction is a montage. It shouldn't do. If you're doing physics animation, again, it shouldn't do. I'm guessing you're telling it to play a certain animation, rather the asset, rather than changing the animation blueprint. So I'm guessing that's what you're doing. It should be a montage if you're doing it like that, like a canned animation. But we'll be showing at one point how to do physics-based animation as well. So if you get hit in the shoulder, it goes like that. If you go hit in that shoulder, it goes like that. And we'll be doing that later on at some point. So Rhino, is it a animation asset or montage? So I'm setting the building's health to be 30 there. We go to the player. And set the player's health to say 100. Cool. So on the building, let's go back to the building. Let's try and make it so it destroys the building. So we'll put an event in here, type in damage, you'll see event any damage. We'll do health, get health minus a float. We're going to take away this damage from it and then set it back to the health to store it. And then we do a check to see how much health we have. So we go health, if it's less than or equal to 0, we'll destroy this actor. Okay, so let's see if we can get that tested out. Let's make sure this is. So on the shooter building, I just want to make sure that this will also do that. I'm going to right click on there. No, actually, it should be fine. If I don't put it in there because it's a child, it should inherit that function. I'm not overriding it, I don't think so. Okay, let's try and kill this building. I don't know how many times it's been hit yet. Surely it would have been hit by now. Let's try and clear some of these mines. I don't think the trace is working on it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to increase the trace of the enemy a bit as well. So if I change it to 400, and let's do it every 1 second. And I'll take to ignore the player as well this time. Okay, so it should only affect buildings. Oh wait, did I tell it that? No, I haven't. Got to change it to actual building first. And probably on here as well. Cool. This thing is now building. Okay. So we should hopefully see this building die quite quick. That's 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit. There you go. It went. Cool. But when it does die, I wanted to respawn a building base on its space, because when we click on a building space, we are telling it to spawn act on its location, and tell it to hide. We don't want it to hide anymore. So, what we'll do, we'll get overlapping actor, I guess, on the death of the building. So on the building here, we got, when it destroy actor, it calls the end play event. So this event plays whenever it's destroyed. And on here we can get I want to set the building base to this so I know which one it is. I know what we'll do. So I'm going to go to my variables and add new variable base here. So I'll call it base. And the type for that is building base, and make it editable, and expose and spawn. Oh, okay. And on end play, we're going to drag the base out and set visible or act hidden in game, and set that to false. Okay. Then we go to our building base, and when I say spawn the class here of building class, just turn that off, drag that back in. It should give us the option for base, and in that case this will be the self. Okay, so let's see if that works. So when the building is destroyed, it should spawn the little gold base again. And I should also be able to build back on top of it. That's 1 hit. That's 2 hits there. Yeah, so I spawned it. There you go. So let me get to the end of the round, and I should be able to click and build on it. Yeah, I'm aware. I only want to damage the buildings at the moment. We'll do player in a minute. It's going to last 60 seconds. There we go. So click on here. There you go. I can click on it. And also upgrade it whilst I'm here as well. So it's level 3 now. Let's just clear these mines. So we'll make it also, when it's different levels, it'll have different health. So building, we've got initial cost, health, and base. Shooter building, we'll say when we change the rank, so current rank's there. So on current rank, when we upgrade it, which is here, we'll say set health, and we'll do float times int times float. Sorry, there it is. Float will be 30 because that's the starting point. And then we'll do the int here. So what, depending on what rank you are, it times by 30. Okay. Well, no, because we'll be upgrade rank. We'll change that to. We'll do it 60 here. No. 30, then we have to add 30 to it. Because that's how much it's going to start off with. Okay. Oh, plug that in. Okay. So now, higher the rank, higher the health. Okay. Yeah, so don't... Yeah, so Rhino, you do not put that. You don't put play animation. You want a montage or use physics based. You can't use the play animation. Playing animation means it overwrites any animation blueprint you have on it, and therefore it will reset back to T-pose when the animation is finished. So yeah, don't use the play animation. The play animation node is mostly for stuff that is a one-off, one-hit wonder. So opening a chest, for example, will be an open play animation. Okay. Okay, let's go on to the player then. Okay, so let's find the player. So mass is a mess. We'll tie this up one day. So we do event damage, any damage. Okay, so when I receive damage, we're going to do something very similar. Health minus float damage, then set back the health. Okay, and when we do that, we are going to then check if it's less than or equal to 0. And when it is, we're going to destroy the player character. And then I'll do a simple delay for 3 seconds. Then open level. Right click here, get level name. Plug that into there. Plug that into there. So that's that. This is just going to restart the level. So you get the current level name, plug into level name of open level, and it'll restart. And that's it. Okay. So let's now push play. Actually, let's put a print string on the player so we know what health it currently is at. So when it does this, print string. And hit play. Okay. So let's get killed. Oh wait, I removed the trace, didn't I? Player. Okay. Player. There we go. So let's get killed. So 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, dead. 3 seconds later. Oh wait, it won't, will it? Yep. Okay. So rather than destroy actor, we'll set actor to hidden. In game to true. Delay. And we'll also disable using that player disabled. Player disabled. That we made right at the start. 70, 50, 30, dead. Yay, nice. Okay. And hit, and then it restarts the game. So, boop, 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 and keep playing. Very nice. Okay, so now we're going to make little pop-ups. So what we'll do is make little little pickups you can pick up to increase the strength of your gun. So at the moment our gun's doing a widespread, isn't it? On our player character, to show how that widespread's working again. When I click on, we can get rid of that pinch string now. By the way, if you shift delete, it deletes it, doesn't get rid of the line. Little top tip. So movement, get that over there. Begin play. Start shooting, fire projectile. Okay, so fire projectile would go here. And so number of projectiles. So if we increase or decrease number of projectiles, that will automatically do its job because we're doing the angle difference. This is us working at spread angle between the whole all the bullets. So if I just increase the number of projectiles here, so if I start this off at 1, okay, and then to show that working, yeah. So going to make a little thing that pops up in the world. Blueprint class, actor, pickup, add component, just a sphere, I guess. And we'll raise up a little bit off the ground. And we'll just give it some material. What do they call it? Floor. No. There's one fancy one they do. I can't remember what they call it in the starter content. Hex. We'll do that. So when you pick this up, you'll get do that. When you pick this one up, you'll get extra projectiles. So let's make the collision of this work for us. So with the mesh selected, we can see what collision settings it's got. So it's set to block all dynamic, which is fine, but let's customize that. So I want the enemy to ignore it. I want the player to be overlapping it, and everything else to block it. Projectile can also ignore it. And just click compile. So on event graph here, when actor begins overlap, we check whether or not that is equal to, actually no, we'll cast because we need to cast anyway eventually. Cast to third person character. And if it is true and its third person character is here, go number of projectiles, get, and then increase. Actually no, we'll just do +1, clamp it, so I don't want to go maximum of 5, and we'll do a set number of projectiles. So right now, this thing is going to do that, and we'll also destroy itself. Okay, so we've got this done. That's pretty much all it needs. Now, rather than make it randomly spawn, we're just going to put some in our world so we can actually test it out. Let's put one there. Put one there. Put one there. And one there. Okay, so push play. And push play again. So 1 bullet. Walk into this. 2 bullets. Walk into this. 3 bullets. Walk into this. 4 bullets. I died. But you get the gist. So let's also make it so it increases the speed of the shot. So on third person character here, we've got a fire rate here. Set to 0.1. And we're using our fire rate like so for a timer for when we start shooting. Okay. So what we're going to do here is on the pickup is before we do destroy actor, from the third person character, we're going to set fire rate for new value, and this will be we'll do we can do it mathematically actually. So if we go to the player, so by default we'll say the fire rate is 0.5, and then the pickup number of projectiles we'll do get fire rate. So we're getting the fire rate, which is 0.5 if the number of projectiles is 1. So if I want to get to 0. So if the number of projectiles is n equal to 5 and get 0.1, we need to divide this by a number of projectiles, I think. So fire rate is 0.5 divided by 5 equals, no, divided by a number 1 equals 0.5. Yes, and if 0.5 is divided by 5, you get 0.1. I think that's correct. So as we pick them up, we should get faster bullets as well. I think the math checks out there. So that's the fire rate of 1 bullet. Fire rate of 2. Oh my god. I'm gonna get killed before I even get round to bollocks. Play. So 1. I can't kill him quick enough. Hang on. Let's turn down the enemy's killing abilities. So let's change their speed here to 2 again, and their range to 200. Should last a bit longer now. Okay, push play. So that I'm holding down the mouse the whole entire time so we can see the change. No, not changing much, is it? Oh, I know why. So when we pick up the player, we've got a timer here. We want it to reset this timer. So when we do start shooting again, we have to do that on here. So from third person character at the end here, start shooting. And that all should reset the timer each time I pick one up, because I'm holding down the mouse button, so it's not getting a chance to. So if I push play, so hold down the mouse button the whole entire time. There you go. There we go. Whoa, bit too much. Okay, crash. Let's stop that. I'm gonna save my work whilst we're here. Okay. So what happened there? Pick up. Alright, let's print string the fire rate we're getting out of this. Print string fire rate. Oh. And this is because we're doing it mathematically. We could do it as fixed, but yeah. Okay, so every time I pick one up, we should see. So 0.25 that equals. Okay. Oh yeah. Of course it is. Hang on. I know what I'm doing wrong. So we don't want to divide by that. We do it'd be this times Right, hang on. I want to give it to 0.1 when it's 5 projectiles. So, 0.1. I can get up to 5 from 0.1. The projectiles are meshes. The maths, it's quite late. Maths are going to my head and falling out of it. Where's my calculator? So to get the end goal of 0.1, I want to do something to number of projectiles and fire rate. Fire rate is starting off at 0.5. So fire rate... Oh, wait, no, it's because we're changing fire rate the whole entire time. That's why. So, right, so number of projectiles, we do this. Sorry. We'll do float divided by float. We'll do 0.5 here divided by this. So we double check that. So 0.5 divided by 1. 0.5 divided by 2. 0.5 by 3. 0.5 divided by 4. 0.5 divided by 5. Yes. Okay, so the reason why it weren't working before is because we're using fire rate, and the fire rate obviously is changing the whole entire time. So it's getting exponentially quicker and quicker and quicker, which is not what we want. We need it linear. So hit play. I can also tap the mouse just by make it go quicker if I want. I'm getting a load of lag. I died. Why am I getting so laggy? Oh wait, it's my actual laptop, I think. Save all. Okay, so we got that. Next, last thing we're gonna do is add a health pack. Again, add a little cube or something to this. Like so. And when we do the collision for this, change it to custom. We need to block. No, we'll say ignore everything. So no collision. No. It went to ignore all. Custom. I'll just do this. Okay, so ignore everything apart from the player. Player want to overlap. And hit compile. I think there might be an issue with this pickup as well. I want it to ignore everything except for the player. That makes a little more sense. Oh, and also... Oh, no, you've got no physics on it, so it doesn't matter. It shouldn't fall through the floor. Oh, let's just delete these. Okay, health pack. So now that collision set up, we can do active, we can overlap, cast to third person character, get health. I'm going to add health to this. We're going to add, let's say, 30. And clamp that. And you want to clamp it because you don't want the player to get over their full health. So 0 and 100 is the max health for the player. And we'll set that to health again. and the distractor. Okay, let's put a little fancy thing on this. Let's do this orange one. Save, and that'll do. Yeah, why not? And then we'll drag that into the world, and let's just make it output the player's health. Okay, so let's lose a little bit of health first. 2, 3, 4. Okay, pick this up. 80. There you go. Okay, that died. Sweet. Okay. I think we'll leave it there then for today. So what we're going to do next time we do this is we'll make it so the pickups and the health packs spawn in the level randomly like the enemies do. That way it adds a bit more gameplay to it, and then it becomes a bit about tuning, and then it's artwork. And it could basically there. Okay. So there are more towers we have to do as well. There's one I want to do like a shield that protects you a little bit. One that does an AoE damage. Yeah, some really cool stuff we can try and do. Anyway, we'll end it there for tonight. So thank you for joining me tonight for this live session on recreating Super Smash TV. Join us on Wednesday for question time, where you can ask any question you like about game dev, Unreal, anything you like. You can ask me anything on question time on Wednesday. That's at 11 PM BST. Don't forget to check out the Games Jam on itch.io. Just search for Ryan Daily Games Jam and sign up to it. It starts October 24th. There are prizes for the best submissions, so check it out and check out the rules and how to do it and whatnot. Theme will be announced October 24th, so check out the live stream on October 24th to catch that theme. Also, don't forget Patreon. I have access to like over 40 odd videos plus more coming very shortly. So if you aren't already a patron, become a patron for just $1. You get access to all of that. It helps me out massively, so thank you again so much. And if we hit 500 patrons, I will start an RTS series showing how to do a real-time strategy game. What else is there? So more videos coming out on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and also live one-to-one tutorials for those who want them on ryandaily.com blog to find out more information about that. Anyway, that's it for me. Have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you all on Wednesday. Bye, everyone.